It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'd be a well fought fight for both of us. I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course, I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody.
On the internet with Turkey Al-Sheikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment. The type of fight Terence Crawford is fighter is different. 168, but like I say, like
it won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it be a well-fought fight for both of us. I believe any doubt in your mind that you beat him. Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody. That Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez have begun their back and forth in anticipation of their upcoming mega fight towards the end of 2025. The pair met in Saudi Arabia to discuss the detail of the fight with Turkey Al-Sheikh, who has expressed his interest in making the fight for months. And after they had their match against each other, Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez had a mini press conference where some media workers that were on ground sat them down to discuss the possibility of their fight. To you on the internet with Turkey Al-Sheikh calling you out, what's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight? Not comments. First, it was to the delight of many reporters that Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford both confirmed that the fight will be held later in 2025. While they both started on a calm and peaceful note, the solemn atmosphere quickly dissolved into chaos when Canelo Alvarez was asked who he predicted would be the winner of the fight. Of course no one expects him to mention Terence Crawford. Well, maybe the manner in which he responded was what infuriated Crawford. He said, "I beat Crawford easily. It's easy money for me to finish his career. The type of fight of Turcarfo is his fighter is different 168, but like I say, like Crawford got offended and called Canelo a proud dog, making a big promise to humble Canelo. He said, I'll bring you to your knees, proud dog. You're not ready for what's coming for you. It's nothing like you've seen before." Things became more direct and offensive, and it was only wise that whatever unofficial press meeting was hiding came to an end. However, before they began exchanging words, Canelo Alvarez and Crawford expressed their delight at the matchup and gave their words to make it work. According to Canelo, he was always in and ready for the fight as long as the money was right, while Crawford wasn't even so sure about the money. There's loads of things going around at the moment, including a big clash with Canelo Alvarez. Can you tell us what's going on in that situation? And can that happen next? We shall see. He just wanted to test himself in the ring against the best, hoping to emerge victorious despite the size disadvantage. Hall of Fame fighter and current promoter, trainer and respected analyst Roy Jones Jr. shared scenarios in which he sees both Terence Crawford and David Benovitz beating Alvarez. He began with David Benovitz, saying it's a tough fight to call because Benovitz throws a lot of punches. Sometimes power can intervene and make that a different situation, Jones said in an interview with Boxing Scene. A little big from Crawford. I'm not sure about that because Crawford does have punch of power and shock, but I think Canelo's little big. He showed tonight that he's pretty big, so I probably rather see fight. See, the problem is Canelo willing to take the risk? I don't really think he will right now because I don't think he feels like he has a reason to. If he can't hurt Benovitz early in the first 3 or 4 rounds, I don't see him winning that fight. The two-time 168B titleist Ben Aids has been pounding the table for a crack at Alvarez over the last 2 years. Formerly recognized as the best welterweight in the world, Crawford is open to moving up 2 weight classes for the chance at clashing with the Mexican star. Alvarez meanwhile maintains that a win against Crawford would do little for his legacy, even though many are giving Crawford a real chance to score the win. TLO will fight Crawford first and then see how that goes. If he does good against Charlo with the weight, then let's see if come up a fight can. Yes, but not right now. I want to see him. If anybody can do it and pull it off, it's Crawford, so you can't tell him no, said Jones. I was the kind of guy that if someone said they were better than me and if I can get close to your weight, here I come. I gave John Ruiz 33 pounds when I won the heavyweight title in 2003. I didn't care. I wanted to prove that I was pound for pound the best, and to do something historic that had never been done. That's probably how Bud feels right now. He wants to do something historic to solidify his legacy in boxing. Who doesn't want to see the pound-for-pound best from yesterday fight the pound-for-pound best from today? Who wouldn't want to see that fight? It's a mega fight if he puts the muscle and weight on. How can you doubt him? One thing that's for sure is that he's going to go out there and fight and not just collect a paycheck. He's going to go out there and try to win the fight because that's who Bud is. If he carries the Wait, it'll be a good fight. He can box just like Floyd Mayweather, and he can also fight. He hits and doesn't get hit. If he can take the punch at that weight, he'll probably win the fight. I want to see Crawford come up with some weight classes and show he going to be D at 54. You go C and CAP fight Jones, who fluctuated in weight during the latter half of his career as a 4-division title holder, said Alvarez should continue his career moving forward at super middleweight. It's definitely best that Alvarez stays at 168. I didn't understand why he went to 175 to fight Dmitry Bivol anyway, said Jones. He had already beaten Sergey Kovalev, who was at the end of his career. Bivol was in the middle of his. They are two different animals. He got the crusher at the right time. Go back down and dominate where you are at. Don't try to fight another one, because lightning ain't going to strike twice. Also, former two-weight world champion Andre Ward has voiced his opinion on the potential super fight between Sal Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Like, I can bet the house on it, but because me and him we so much like in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude he come. Bud has been targeting Canelo ever since he put in a career-defining performance last year against welterweight rival Errol Spence Jr. Although the Mexican originally dismissed the fight, he recently admitted he would be prepared to defend his super middleweight titles against the naturally smaller man if the money was right. Speaking on the All the Smoke podcast, Ward, who retired with a perfect record of 32 wins from 32 fights, named the two matchups he wants to see most in boxing. I want to see Canelo fighting Terence Crawford or David Benovitz. You got two options. You can go to somebody in your weight class, or you can try and pick on the smaller guy. Terence Crawford, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude he come in the room, or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball. On the potential Crawford-Canelo clash, his money would be on the man who last fought at 3 classes lower. I'm not betting against Terence right now, against anybody, not doing it. Talking about the most skilled fighters in the game today, Ward says Crawford is someone you can bet your house on. Somebody I can bet the house on is Bud. Me and him are so much alike in our mentality. He's skillful, yes, but his heart and mind are different. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. There's a lot of guys that talk it, but until you get in that real fight, I'm not saying a guy you should beat, I'm saying a guy that is a 5050 its matchup, then we don't really know what you have wrestling anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking like it's just that, like, you gotta really hurt that dude to turn him. He's different, he's a dog. That's the stuff that gets me out of my seat. It means that when you need to be that guy, you can be that guy. A fighter who famously refers to Terence Crawford as his big brother. Shakur Stevenson also believes Terence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez if they ever fought, despite conceding a 14 PBS weight disadvantage to the Mexican superstar. Unlike Charlo, Canelo insists he has no interest in securing a fight with Crawford due to the size factor. However, Stevenson doesn't think it would be a problem for the pound-for-pound king. The former 28 world champion affirms that skills win fights, not size, and believes Bud has the winning formula with his southpaw stance, excellent movement and solid fundamentals to cause Canelo real headache. Like I've been saying is, I don't think street win fights, I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being the South Pole with good movement and sharp boxing, it be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them. Big hook, I think BB can. When speaking about Crawford's next steps to IFL TV, Stevenson said Terence Crawford is running things right now. As for who he should face next, I would love to see him go up against Charlo. Although Charlo is already lined up against Canelo, I genuinely believe Crawford could beat Canelo. Being a southpaw with good movement and solid boxing, it would be tough for Canelo to walk Crawford down and load up on his powerful hooks. I wish Charlo wasn't fighting against Canelo, but it is what it is. I think Bud could beat Canelo. I would like to see it just because I know, like, I don't think size wins fights, I think skills do. Who knows? That smiles tell me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line. No, I'm just saying, man, we can't say it's not going to happen. We can't say that it is. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is one of the biggest boxing fights that could be made right now, and with Saudi Arabia's involved with the sport, it seems more possible than ever. Crawford is the current unified welterweight champion, and would undoubtedly have to rise several divisions to meet Canelo. The super middleweight champion Bud and Turkey Alec recently called out Canelo for a super fight after Canelo defeated Edgar Bunga on September 14. Canelo, come on, we are